Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another variation on our file cleaning script here. So I've got an empty file there with nothing in it. I've got a full file with something in it, and again we've got a full document with some text in it, and we've got an empty document. So what we're going to do is we're going to go onto the script here. So I'm just going to take this out because I've just created that. Okay, so what we're going to do first, we're going to loop through the folders and delete any folders, but any empty folders or any empty files. So before we do that, we create a scalar variable called path, and this is to the folder that I want to clean up, which is new backup, which is on my desktop. So this is my own personal desktop path. Your desktop path is different to this, so you'll have to type in whatever your desktop path is. And then we do chdir, change directory, and we change into this path. Now, as soon as we start this script, this subroutine here will greet the user. It's called run script. And we print some options off here for the user. So option 1 is to run the script. Option 2 is to exit the script. And then we use the chomp and create a scalar variable here called run and assign it to standard input. This will get the input that the user types in, so the user can either type 1 or 2. So we come on to the conditional to evaluate this. So if run is equal to 1, then print script running. Give it a slight delay of 1 second using the sleep function here, and then we use the empty dias, which is the name of another function down here. So we just jump into this function and continue to execute the script. Else if run is only equal to 2, which is exit the script, we will exit the script. We will print a message saying bye with a new line there, and we will use the exit to exit the script. Or else, so if number 1 and number 2 aren't entered, then we've got a little problem here. So what we do is we print input error. So the user could have inputted a string into there or another number. So if it's anything except 1 or 2, we're going to get input error. And then we go down onto the run script, which is down here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Oh, that's going smaller. I want it bigger. Okay, so we're going down here. And this is the empty directories here. So what we're going to do is we're going to loop through it using directory here and glob and the path. So we're going to loop through this path, and it's going to be next unless it's a directory. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open the directory and use the directory handler here, or next. And then we're going to create an array here called files. We're going to put those into read directory and the directory handler here, and then once we've finished, we're going to close the directory handler. So what we do here is we say if the files that are in this array are equal to 2, which is basically testing the directory to see if it's empty or full. So what it does, it's looping through, and if it comes across a directory, it's going to test it to see if that directory is empty or full. And then what we do is, if it equals 2, we print the directory is empty. And then what we do is we print a message to the user telling the user we're deleting the directory. We pause it for 1 second, and we use the rmdi command here, rmdir, which is remove directory. And we type in the little variable here, directory, and we use an error handler just in case something goes wrong, or die error removing. Or else we print the directory is not empty. So if it's not empty, we don't delete it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to clean out all empty files here. So what we do is we create the subroutine empty files. Of course, we print off a message to the user using the print command, searching for empty files. We pause it for 1 second using the sleep function here. Again, we create a variable with files and glob. And then what we do is we loop through those files using a variable here called file. So we loop through each one of those files, and again we come on to the conditional using if, the evaluation statement. So if it's a file, if the file that we come across is a file and the size of that file is equal to 0, print the file is empty, and we're going to unlink the file. So unlink here is like the RMDIR for directories. So this is just going to delete the file. And then we're going to print a message to the user, file deleted. Or else, if that's not the case, we print a message to the user, file is not empty. Now we interpolate the file variable here, so we will actually see the name of the file. And then we run the script, so we've got to call it. So first of all, I'm calling run script, which will give us the options of 1 or 2, whether to run the script or exit the script. And then after that, empty files. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's run the script. Here we go. And there are our options. We've got option 1, run script. Option 2, exit script. Okay, so I'm going to exit the script. Okay, so that works okay. Let's run it again. Okay, we're going to do option 1 here. So we're going to run the script. Let's see what happens. Script running. Okay. So searching for empty files. File is not empty. Full.txt is not empty. New.txt is empty. New text is empty. Deleted. So let's have a look if that actually worked, shall we? Should be able to come down to here. Okay, so we've got full, which has not been deleted, and this txt file here is full because it's 1 KB in size, so that's not been deleted, but the others have. So there you go, folks. Bob's your uncle and Fanny is your auntie. I hope you enjoyed that, and remember, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscription button below, give it a big thumbs up, and Happy New Year.